My name is Jarrod Beck. I'm an artist from Brooklyn, New York, and I've been at the Bemis Center February, March, and April 2013. You know, in the past 2 years, I've been doing projects in places other than Brooklyn. And some of these have been residencies or just kind of project opportunities. I found that the work that I make in those places is site-specific. It's a reaction to the place, it's a reaction to the quality of light and to the people that I'm working with. I wanted to kind of look at what was in Omaha, look what was at the Bemis, and use materials, use connections with new people that I'm meeting to inflect the work and to create a new series of drawings in line with my larger project. I think it's a really interesting place because of the history of the Bemis Center building. It started as a warehouse in a neighborhood of Omaha that's near the train station. That was a neighborhood where a lot of produce was kind of coming in, being stored. Some people that had started the Bemis have been kind of looking through this warehouse and all the other warehouses in the neighborhood and collecting things over time. At the Bemis Center, there's a floor and it's just full of stuff. It's available for artists to kind of look through and maybe use. I've been making works with a series of rolls of paper that was actually used to finish produce bags at the original Bemis Bag Company. I'd never kind of come across this kind of amount of paper and this type of paper. So the piece that's called Strike Slip, I started by just pulling down some of the rolls from where they were stored and acting on them, cutting them, bleaching them, inking them, trying to figure out how I could make them my own and how they could start to speak to some of my ideas of works that I want to make. The one thing that kept happening is that the pieces were falling over. So a big part of these works has been, and my time at the Bemis, is figuring out how to make this very tenuous stack, stand up. Strike Slip to me is a development of my drawing practice. It's a way of making a drawing just slip a little bit out of that two-dimensional plane, that kind of traditional drawing, which I would define as a graphite line drawing on paper. I feel like a drawing is something that you do to a piece of paper, and I'm trying to do other things to that piece of paper. It's important for me to create a challenge and to create something that's physically and sometimes emotionally exhausting. It might not mean a piece that is successful. It might mean a piece that falls over and many people would just say, this is a mess on the floor. But for me, the experience of making it is almost like a kind of training. What the Bemis has offered me is an opportunity to make and make and make without knowing where it was going to go. And that to me is the most important thing that I got out of this, and is a very special kind of thing for where I am in my kind of trajectory as an artist.